Hey guys, and welcome to Vegan Beauty Girl. So today I'm going to be going through some of my empties. They're obviously going to be vegan, they're going to be cruelty free, and I actually think this is the first empties video I have ever done, and I'm actually really excited about that because I've been collecting empties for months with the intentions of doing a video like this. That bag is just really big right now, so I've taken out 5 products. We're just going to go through them and I'm going to tell you what I liked about them and whether or not I'll repurchase them basically. A lot of the products in this video are actually skincare products. There is one hair care product and I think I'll start with that, but the rest is skincare, so just so you know what you're getting in for. I really love empties videos because it's so nice to see that someone's actually used the whole product before they're giving their full-on feedback about it, so that is why we're doing empties. Without further ado, let's get on with my vegan beauty empties. So first up we have this rebalancing scalp tonic from Superdrug. This is kind of like an anti-dandruff tonic. I think I've probably spoken about this like a million times already on Instagram because I absolutely love this product. I've already repurchased it. I've got another one on my dresser over there because I love it so much. The reason I love it so much is because it keeps my scalp dandruff free. If I ever start noticing like little flecks of dandruff in my scalp, I start using this after a shower, and normally when the weather changes like it is right now, this is when I most need to use it. So this is why I've just like bought a new one because I've started using it again. I look like a unicorn. But basically what you do is you run it like down your hairline, basically where you're noticing dandruff, where your scalp feels a little bit tender, and that's right after you come out of the shower when your hair is still wet, and then you just massage it in. Don't be too heavy with it. If you do use a lot, your hair can look a little bit greasy afterwards, but typically like just use like a little bit. Experiment with how much works for your scalp, but yeah, I don't use too much, but I still do like 3 to 4 petitions, and yeah, massage it in, dry your hair as normal, and you'll notice that your scalp really does improve. I've recommended this a lot online. A lot of people have sent me messages just saying thank you, this has completely transformed their scalp. If you're a swimmer as well, I think it's quite good. And this is the only product of the Trichology range that I actually use, but they also have a shampoo and conditioner, so if you find that you like really suffer with dandruff or scalp issues, then this is a really good line to look at Superdrug. I believe it's all vegan and cruelty free, but you can always check the backs because Superdrug are really good at labeling their vegan products. And if you're interested in Superdrug and kind of like all their ethics and stuff like that, then you can head across to a recent video I've done, which is 5 things you didn't know about Superdrug, and it was a lot of fun to film because it was nice to discuss them in length and kind of have a very deep conversation about Superdrug and whether or not they're a good brand for vegans to support, or if like there are any bad things you should know about. So yeah, I hugely recommend this. This isn't the first bottle I've gone through either. I think this is maybe like my 2nd or 3rd. I just love it. It does last a long time. This has already lasted me months. I will continue buying it. It's only like £4 and it's often on offer as well. Definitely worth the money. I do have another scalp treatment I occasionally use. That one goes on beforehand, so I'm sure we'll see that in another empties video. As long as you guys like it, do let me know down below if you enjoy this video and give it a thumbs up. In total, love this product. Really recommend it for anyone that suffers with their scalp issues, and will continue to repurchase it and hope that they never discontinue it and never really like hike the price up on it, because this is like a product I would probably pay like £30 for. Thankfully it's only £4. Next up, right at the end of summer, I've got this Alba Botanica Hawaiian sunscreen, which is SPF 30. It's water resistant, it's a biodegradable formula. Skin cancer foundation recommended, reef friendly. So I got this from Freedom Street, previously known as Cruelty Free Beauty Box. They're really good for finding more ethical brands at a reasonably affordable price, and you can like bulk buy. Often you can like build your own like beauty box and get really good discounts. So if I ever really want affordable ethical beauty brands and I'm doing a bit of like a bulk buy session, I will go to Freedom Street. For the summer I use this Alba Botanica Hawaiian sunscreen formula, which I actually really loved. As far as like eco-friendly formulas go, often they're really expensive, or they are like really hard to rub in or leave a white cast, and that can be really frustrating. I think I've tried to leave like the littlest bit on this so I could demo it for you guys, so you can just see how well it goes in. It's quite creamy, quite moisturizing, and blends in really easily. I really did enjoy this. I would say that it's definitely on the small size. If you're using it in like an everyday British summer day and just not a full body, then this could last you quite a while, but I use this for sunbathing, in my bikini in my sister's garden a lot. I found that I ran out of it after maybe 3-4 full body uses, which wasn't ideal, especially when it's £8.99, but it is a very good formula and it is a lot cheaper than other ethical skincare brands. I do love that it's reef friendly. I've actually done a blog post on reef friendly sunscreens, but one thing I found when I was creating this post is that it's not actually something that is properly defined at the moment, so it's quite easy for people to kind of like make these claims. The science isn't there, so it's not even clear to say who's greenwashing and who's not, because the science hasn't quite defined what is reef friendly, what is reef damaging, what people should be doing. So when it comes to shopping sunscreen, if you are looking to be as environmentally friendly as possible, I think it is actually important to go with brands who are putting the environment first, and Alba is one of those brands, one that has always been like very ethically minded and very sustainably minded. There are other brands out there, but I just think they are the brands to be going with because they are keeping an eye on the science. They are looking to really help the environment rather than just interested in it in a profitable sense. So they won't be greenwashing, they'll actually be wanting to do it because they have a record of wanting to make eco-friendly choices and ethical choices back before it became profitable to do so. So if you are looking to make good choices, I would definitely recommend this one. It is possibly my favorite. I find ethical sun creams are just expensive, and I feel like when you buy beauty, it's really to appreciate the difference between like luxury products and essentials, and SPF is definitely an essential. So if you can't afford to shop your top brand of ethics when it comes to essential beauty products, like never beat yourself up about it, because it's frustrating that environmentally friendly products are just out of reach for a lot of us. When you're buying that for all of your essentials, it can really build up. Like if you're buying like the most eco-friendly toothbrush, deodorant, sun cream, face SPF, foundation, shampoo, it adds up. Never beat yourself up if you aren't able to buy like the best eco essential. That's not your fault. That is big business fault. That is the industry's fault. That's not your fault. Superdrug do also do sun lotions. I do prefer this, but I'm on a budget, so I do often buy Superdrug as well, but I do prefer this formula. I find it a lot easier to use and I feel more comfortable with the like greener ethics of this as well. So yeah, definitely recommend this, and I will probably be keeping this to the side. Like I said, there's still a little bit of product left in here, but I really wanted to save like a little bit to do a demo for you guys in the empties video. So I think I'm gonna put this back to the side, get one more use out of it by cutting the top off. That's if we've got a sunny day left, basically. The third product that I have, which is an empty, is this Happy Carrot Hero Balm. This balm is amazing. It is possibly my favorite cleansing balm. I have a little bit left in the cap for you guys. I just love the texture of this balm. Like, look how easy that melts into the skin. And this is just my favorite cleansing balm just for how it melts, and I feel like it really does like get into your pores and remove any if you want to see it in action, do head to my vegan skincare video. This is important for me to say, I'm sorry I haven't said it yet, but yeah, I have combination and sensitive skin. I'm very sensitive to fragrance, I've learned, and I don't like to overuse products on my skin. I actually was really lucky to have the opportunity to have like my face analysed at an event once, and they basically told me like, you're using way too many skincare products, you should try avoiding fragrance, and I actually did what they suggested and my skin did really well from it. But anyway, yeah, back to this product. I've recently started using a couple of other cleansers and they worked well over the summer, but now that the weather's gotten a bit colder, it's really hard to get them to melt into my skin in quite the same way. So I believe I've got another one of these like rooting around somewhere. I seem to have like a product for everything somewhere. So I'm going to switch back to it definitely for the winter months, because it just melts so nicely into my skin in a way that the other cleansers don't. And the other cleansers I'm using at the moment include the Upcircle one, which I did enjoy over the summer, but now it just feels clumpy and doesn't feel like it sinks into my skin because the weather has gotten cooler. So I think I'll be returning to this. And also, Happy Carrot Skincare are a really lovely small brand. They've recently been Leaving Bunny cruelty-free certified, so you can trust that they are cruelty-free, and it's just really nice having a small brand you can support. That pot costs £20, but it does last like a lot longer than you'd think. I know the pot looks quite small, but it lasts like months and months. It's definitely a really good purchase, and it's formulated to calm and balance combination dry sensitive skin. So yeah, I love it and I do really recommend it. Whenever I'm wearing like heavy makeup as well, particularly if I'm wearing a really mattifying makeup, I'll actually use that as a primer as well. I find that works really well, and not a lot of cleansers do that, so it's quite multi-purpose. It's really good for makeup removing as well, but mostly I just use it as a cleanser and then occasionally to remove eye makeup. But yeah, I love that it's multi-purpose, and I think that's one really big sustainable thing you can do is shop more multi-purpose products. So next up we are going to be talking hyaluronic serums. I actually have two empty ones, so I'm going to kind of like compare them. I think that'll be quite nice for you guys to hear, to go through to at once. This is the Evolve Hyaluronic Serum 200. Do I have any left? Ooh. Yes, I do. Oh, I like the colour of that. Like I said, I'm trying to keep like a little bit of these products left just so you guys can see it. This does feel quite silky. It does feel lightweight. This is the Evolve Hyaluronic Serum 200. It's for all skin type, so 200 milligrams of hyaluronic acid. It's 99% natural, it's 36% organic, and I love that they have that sort of transparency. Evolve really prioritize transparency, so I really appreciate that. I feel like this feels a little bit sticky on the skin, not like crazy sticky. I've had some which do feel like sticky on the skin, but I just don't really feel like I love the way it feels. And the problem I mostly had with this product is that it just did tend to make me break out just a little bit, and it took me quite a while to use it. It was kind of the hyaluronic acid I used between other hyaluronic acid, so when I ran out of one I started using this again until I realized it broke me out a little bit, so then I used it very like sporadically. I would not repurchase this. It costs £30. Sadly I just didn't get along with this serum at all, and I've heard so many people talk so highly of it too, so I was really surprised that it just didn't work for me. But sadly it did just tend to break me out, and again I didn't love the feel of it on my skin. It was alright. I do love the colour of it though. Wasn't that nice when it came out of the bottle? There are a few Evolve products that I love, like for example their Rainforest Blemish Serum is incredible at like getting rid of spots. I absolutely adore that, but this hyaluronic acid has not done it for me. So I spoke about Evolve briefly because they have a Climate Veil, which is a skin tint, and it only comes in one shade, and that is just really problematic. Like it shows a priority when it comes to their customers. It's like if you are that shade, which is the shade I've got right here, then you're our priority basically, and that's not right. Like when you launch any skin product, particularly foundation, you should be thinking of all skin tones, and it's wrong that they didn't. And I know they're working on expanding this, and I'm really keen to see what that looks like, but I find it really interesting, like the idea of boycotting them over that, when I know they have taken it on board and they are looking to do better. But also I think when we have a conversation about like racism and diversity, I guess, in the beauty industry, we often look at stuff like foundation shades and like the consumer end of the chain, I guess. So we look at the final product, and that definitely wasn't good enough with Evolve, and I'm very happy to hear that they're working on making that better. But I mean, I don't know what that looks like yet. It might still be an issue. Yeah, I'm just saying the consumer end still makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not 100% certain how I feel about supporting them. And this is why I like to add this level of conversation when I talk about them, to let you guys know that that is something that they've done, and that might make you want to boycott them and not buy from them. So I think it's important to have this conversation regardless. But one thing which I think we don't talk about enough is the other end of the chain, the sourcing of materials, making sure that things are kind of like fair trade, and that the people at the start of the chain are getting paid fairly. And that is something that Evolve do well. They're quite transparent in their chain. The kind of like who made my clothes of beauty, they're good at that side of things. I just don't feel like we talk about that enough, because there are a lot of like cheap makeup brands which have really good shade ranges, but there isn't much transparency on their supply chain. So like, who's more ethical, who's doing more to support non-white communities there? I just don't think I've seen that many brands who are helping on both ends of the scale, and I feel like sometimes we are focusing more on the consumer end of it because that's what we shop, but really it's also important to make sure that we've got their trade going on at the start, at the supplier end. So that is something that Evolve do well, and I feel like that is important to also bring into the conversation. Okay, and then onto the hyaluronic acid that I actually adored. I don't even know why I'm giving you guys a close-up shot, because this product is probably like scratch, but this is the Balance Me Trimolecular Hyaluronic Serum. So this describes itself as a trailblazing trio of all-natural hyaluronic acid that helps fill in fine lines from the inside out, instantly tightening and smoothing. This is actually my favorite hyaluronic acid. I always felt like it was really quick to moisturize my skin. Like sometimes I'd kind of just phase hyaluronic acid out of my skincare routine. I'd just get lazy, and then I'd notice that I'd have really dry skin, and I'd be like, oh crap, why did I ever get rid of it? And as soon as I started using this, I'd noticed such a quick difference in my skin. It was really good at hydrating it and never led me to break out. I just felt like it was just a wonderful step in my routine that I never really noticed until I stopped using it, and then I'd get dry skin, and then I'd reintroduce it, and the only thing that changed that my skin would be hydrated. It was a really lovely formula. It's kind of like quite thick compared to most. I think I literally tried to get every last drop of this. Oh no. I think I literally like poured it out of the bottle into my skin on my last use because I love it so much. It's also in that skincare video. I used it in that. It was running really low on that, I remember. What I love about that one is just that it's a little bit thicker, and it just feels so nice once you've like rubbed it in on the skin. Oh, I love it so much. I might get a new one. It also contains like aloe vera and chamomile, and I wonder if that's what my skin really likes about it. I think maybe it's really soothing. If you're wondering what hyaluronic acid I'm using right now, I'm actually using one by Q&A, which I got in my recent Holland & Barrett haul, and that one is super affordable. It's under £10, but I don't really like it half as much as this one. This one has just been the best, and I feel like last year, 2019, seemed to be like the year of hyaluronic acids. I was gifted a lot, and this was just my favorite each time. It was just so nice. It just really has this gorgeous texture. It was so lightweight on. Checking online before I started filming, this actually cost £30, but as I was searching for it, everywhere seemed to have a discount, so prices range from like 21 all the way to £24, so a bit more affordable than the Evolve one, and personally I much prefer it. So if you are looking for like a bougier, more expensive hyaluronic acid, if it's something you're looking to invest in, because it is a wonderful ingredient to add to your skincare routine, particularly if you have dry skin. As I say, I've got combination skin, so it didn't make me more oily, but it kept me hydrated, so this is why I really loved it. But yeah, definitely would recommend checking that one out, and that one is definitely something I'd repurchase, whereas the Evolve one definitely is not one I'd repurchase at all. And that is it. Those are my empties. I think this was quite a quick video, was it? I'm trying to do like some shorter ones. I feel like I've just done so many videos lately which are over 20 minutes long, and I think it's because we're in lockdown and I can just natter on and natter on. You know, we're not socializing as much as we used to, so I really enjoy my time in front of a camera, even if I'm just talking at you guys. Let me know if there's any sort of like other product review things you'd like to see. I'm thinking about doing like a secondhand September haul or a secondhand September vlog. Let me know if you guys would find that interesting. But anyway, yeah, let me know if you do want to see any more empties videos. I have a lot of lash empties and I didn't include any in this video, and that's because I'm thinking of doing one like solely dedicated to lash empties, but I'll also have to kind of like go back through my camera roll or try and remember what package-free products of lash I've used, because that's the problem. A lot of lash products actually don't have empties, like empty containers with them, so it's not like I can be like, oh, here's that shampoo bar I used. I have to kind of like remember what shampoo bar I used. Also, another important part of this conversation is what am I going to do with them now, because these are empties and it is really important to dispose of your bathroom empties properly, and for me, I find recycling bathroom empties quite confusing, and I think a lot of us do. So I'm going to give these all a good thorough wash, and I'm going to take it to my local body shop which has a TerraCycle scheme, and that basically means I can drop off my empty beauty products and I can trust that TerraCycle are going to recycle them adequately. There are a lot of bits and pieces to beauty products. Not everything is recyclable, and not everything's recyclable in your local area, and recycling is basically a mess in the UK because we've all got different things now, different councils, so it's really hard to give like one size fits all advice to the general public, and it's a nightmare. So this is why I like to take mine to TerraCycle, because I can trust them to do the best with my empties, but it's just really important to clean them in advance. I get asked quite a few times what I do with my empties. Number one, I hoard them under my bed until I can do a video like this, but number two, I clean them and I take them to a TerraCycle. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please do hit like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye!